Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers' biggest Dalton Knecht concern after Summer League. While the summer hasn't exactly gone the way most Los Angeles Lakers fans would have liked, as the team was eerily quiet in free agency despite clearly being stuck in the middle of the Western Conference's pack, the lone bright spot of the offseason thus far, minus the polarizing Bronny James coverage, was the drafting of Dalton Knecht out of Tennessee. Widely considered one of the, if not the true steals of the 2024 NBA draft after falling to pick 17 despite being near exclusively considered a lock for the lottery, Knecht landed on a team with one of the greatest shooters in NBA history as his coach and a roster desperately in need of floor spacers around their top two stars, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And if you tuned into Summer League, it's fair to say there's plenty to be excited about when it comes to Knecht, as his scoring ability came as advertised. Standing 6'6", 213 pounds and hailing from snowy Fargo, North Dakota, Knecht led all rookies in points per game at 21.3 and impressed as a deep ball shooter, hitting 39.1% of his shots from deep even if he was only slightly better from the field at 41.8%. While fans would really like to see his field goal percentage above 50, Knecht looked confident as a driver, and his shot was large as advertised, as he truly does look like he can let it fly from NBA range without any major growing pains. On a highlight reel, Knecht looks like a seamless fit for what the Lakers are going for, but alas, there are other aspects to the NBA than simply shooting the three ball open and contested, and that is where the collegiate volunteer was far less effective against much easier competition than he will see this fall. You see, coming out of college, Knecht was widely dinged for being a poor defender, so much so that he slipped anywhere from 5 to 10 spots from where fans expected him to be drafted. While being an elite prospect at one facet of the game is important and used to be enough to land a prospect in the draft, in the modern NBA of 2024, teams really do look for two-way players who can hold up in the playoffs, with the one-way shooters of old largely being played off the court and replaced with more well-rounded two-way prospects. Could Knecht play the role of Malik Beasley from a few years back? Sure thing, but when you consider he had to sign a veteran minimum deal with the Bucks after playing for the Lakers and is now on a one-year, $6 million deal with the Detroit Pistons after a solid season in Milwaukee, the days of an elite shooter who can't do anything else has clearly been disincentivized. Can Knecht put it all together and become at least passable as a defender, passer, and rebounder? Only time will tell, but his head coach, J.J. Redick, is excited to work with him on rounding out his game, as even an all-time great marksman from three now knows he needs two-way players to succeed in the NBA. Lakers acquire a bruising center in mock trade with Hawks. The Los Angeles Lakers have confirmed their interest in adding a center next to Anthony Davis for the 2024-25 NBA season, with new head coach J.J. Redick making this desire public while speaking to the media. Unfortunately, the Lakers haven't been able to acquire targets such as Jonas Valanciunas with the free agent center market drying up very quickly this summer. The Lakers will have to look at trade routes to add a body to their center rotation, with neither Jackson Hayes nor Christian Wood good enough to play a major role in the rotation next season for a team with winning hopes. As a result, they could speak to the Atlanta Hawks and acquire a veteran they've been trying to dump. The Hawks finally open up a starting center spot for Onyeka Okongwu while acquiring an intriguing defensive piece like Jared Vanderbilt, who can make up for the major defensive limitations the Hawks have been unable to work through. Meanwhile, the Lakers not only add Capella but also free up a roster spot. The Lakers have worked tirelessly this summer to try and create roster spots to acquire free agents, failing in that process due to nobody wanting the Lakers' end-of-rotation pieces such as Wood, Hayes, or Cam Reddish. Releasing them will keep their salaries on the Lakers' salary cap, which will hurt the team as they look to further build their roster for a title push this season. Acquiring Capella not only fulfills their need for a center but also opens up a roster spot for a new signing. Capella averaged 11.5 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks last season, with the once explosive lob threat and rim protector starting to decline as he gets older. He's still a solid starting center who'll rebound at a high clip and create a frontcourt with Anthony Davis where opposing teams don't even attempt driving to the rim. The Hawks have been trying to move off Capella, so this deal should be far easier to execute for the Lakers. With Redick making it clear the franchise needs a big bruising center, there's no option that would fit the bill better than Capella. Given the Lakers' options are either this or playing Hayes/ with bigger minutes, doing this deal with no first-round pick cost is a phenomenal avenue for improving the roster. Los Angeles Lakers rumors, team reportedly interested in blockbuster trade for star wing. The Los Angeles Lakers are just one of 3 NBA teams that have yet to add a free agent this summer. The inactivity from general manager Rob Pelinka and company is astounding given their first-round exit in the 2024 NBA playoffs. Even with LeBron James returning, this is not a championship-caliber roster. That was proven over and over again during the 2023-24 season. Most figured that Los Angeles would go big game hunting on the trade block. It was linked to DeJounte Murray before he was sent from the Atlanta Hawks to the New Orleans Pelicans. The Lakers were also in on a sign-and trade for Klay Thompson prior to him landing with the defending Western Conference champion Dallas Mavericks. So, where do the Lakers go from here? The status quo obviously is not going to work moving forward. And with King James hitting the twilight of his career, there is a certain level of pressure being felt by the front office. We now have somewhat of an interesting update on this. According to Brian Lewis of the New York Post, the Lakers are one of 3 teams in on underrated Brooklyn Nets wing Cameron Johnson. While the Kings, Magic and Lakers are interested, one recent report claimed the Spurs, Raptors or Warriors could be a dark horse. Johnson, 28, is an interesting addition to Lakers trade rumors. The former first-round pick from North Carolina is among the most underrated wings in the game. Johnson averaged 13.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2.4 assists on 39% shooting from distance a season ago. He also plays plus-level defense. Yes. It's all about assets the Lakers are willing to give up. After trading away Mikal Bridges earlier in the summer, Brooklyn is looking for draft picks. Los Angeles has enough capital to entice the Nets. But the team has been unwilling to part with future first-round picks as it prepares for the post-LeBron era. Johnson is set to earn $23.6 million this coming season. The contracts of Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt would match salaries. From there, Brooklyn would demand multiple first-round picks. The Nets were also on board with picking up D'Angelo Russell's expiring $18.6 million contract in previous trade talks with the Lakers surrounding the aforementioned Bridges. Though, Los Angeles has not found a replacement for Russell at point guard thus far this summer. Either way, the Lakers actually being linked to a star player on the NBA trade block can't be seen as a bad thing. Will they get something done? And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Cameron Johnson? Leave your opinion in the comments.